Alrighty, g'day everybody, it's the Doga! And at last it's time for the next installment of my AC/DC album collection series. We'll be covering two albums today because I don't have a great deal of copies of them. And these were the first two albums released in my lifetime. That would be Ballbreaker from 1995, when I was just about to turn 2. And Blip, which was released in early 2000 when I was about 6 or so. I would turn 7 in October at that time. Anyway, I do have LP copies, and let's start off with that. Ballbreaker was not released on LP here in Australia. This is the 2003 reissue. Not been able to come across an original American or British pressing at an affordable price, so unfortunately I've not been able to get one. Anyway, let's pull the record out of its sleeve to show off the sides, of course. Side 1. There's some good songs on there, like Hard as a Rock and Boogie Man. And of course, my favourite from this album is the title track, Ballbreaker. And of course, you've got Caught With Your Pants Down and Hail Caesar as well. And of course, from 2000, it doesn't seem like 22 years ago. Sure as hell, it doesn't feel like 22 years ago. You're gonna get stuck, are you? Come on, out you come. It's stuck in the sleeve. There we go. Out you come, put you there. Blip. This is a really good front cover, this one. Blip down here. And of course, the rear cover as well. Again, this was not released on LP here. I believe it was very limited overseas. But this is, of course, the reissue. Probably from 2006. I'm not so sure. I could be wrong about Ballbreaker's reissue date as well. Maybe 2007 for this, and 2005, I think, for Ballbreaker. But anyway, some of the good songs on this album, of course, the title track, Safe in New York City, Satellite Blues, Damned, and my favourite from side 2, All Screwed Up, which I think should have been played live, but I guess it doesn't matter. Anyway, those are the LP copies. Right, onto cassettes. Now, a bit of a disclaimer. My cassette copy of Ballbreaker, the cassette itself, unfortunately, it got destroyed back around 2004, 2005. Completely crushed. All that survives is the original J card. This was also the last album released on cassette here in Australia. So, we're going to fold out the J card. And this is it in its entirety. This is the colour side. Got all the lyrics and stuff. Also printed in the CD. Excuse me. And the opposite side is all in black and white. Again, with all the lyrics and stuff. Okay, that's all that survives, unfortunately. The cassette does not. I have been looking for a copy, but unfortunately, I have had no luck in finding a replacement cassette itself. Anyway, we now move on to Blip, and this was not released on cassette in Australia, only on CD, which you will get to see in a moment. This is a European copy, which I obtained last year. You'll also see this on one of my other videos on the channel elsewhere. I think we might not show the J card for this one. I think I'll just show the cassettes. Okay, so here's side 1, cassette. And side 2. So that's a European copy. And I also have one from the US. This is the US cassette of Blip here. And it's also a clear shell, but with a different font design. I'm sure Brody Atwood may have seen this if he was buying cassettes in 2000. If not, he would have bought it on CD. Maybe you can tell me in the comments, but I guess we'll find out anyway. Unless he doesn't remember. Anyway, those are the cassettes. Now onto the CDs. This was definitely a good collection to say. We'll start off with the original 1995 Ballbreaker CD. Okay, you've got the back cover here as well. And inside, you've also got the disc itself. Substantial. I believe this year will be about 27 years. 27 years, probably almost to the day. I can't remember the exact day itself, but it's about then. Anyway, I also have what I think is a 2004 reissue. I'm not exactly 100% certain. Anyway, this is the reissue. This one's in a bit poorer quality. The case is cracked. And, of course, you've got the picture disc. Okay, that is that. Right, did recently obtain a couple of CD singles, and I just went and broke this CD case even more than what it already was. Anyway, I got a couple of CD singles from the Ballbreaker album. The first one off the album was, of course, Hard as a Rock. This one is a cardboard case. As you can see, Hard as a Rock and Caught with Your Pants Down were the two songs. And now we gently pull out the disc. And here it is. As you can see, you've got clear through, see-through text here. Interesting how they chose Caught with Your Pants Down as the B-side. Okay, the next one. Excuse me. Throat's a bit rough and has been for a little bit today. Now, I do know Cover You in Oil was a single in Europe, but not here. Apart from maybe a promo release, but either way, the other main single off the album here was Hail Caesar. Again, I think I showed this off in another video. This is the commercial release with the front cover. Disc itself has the regular album version of the title track alongside Whiskey on the Rocks and Whole Lotta Rosie from Live at Donington. Alright, just picked up today is a promo copy of the same single. This was not released with an artwork at all, just the disc in a case on its own. So anyway, this is the promo copy. This has a radio edit of the main song. I believe this edit has never been given a commercial release. It's not even on backtracks. And as a result, I think the only commercial release it's gotten is on the Family Jewels Disc 3. It was used as the edit for the original promo clip. Okay, here's a bit of a bonus item I might throw in now. This was released here in Australia during the Ballbreaker tour in 1996. Unfortunately, it's missing several items, but this is the Australian Ballbreaker tour souvenir. Originally, it came with a copy of the album along with a belt buckle and a 3-track videotape, but unfortunately, I do not have them in here. But I do have a tour booklet or program and the poster. Oops, accidentally knocked the iPad again. Ah, everything's going wrong today. Ah, dear, oh dear. Everything is a mess today. Anyway, if I can just fix this up again. The poster is rather large, so I'm not going to show the poster, but here's the tour souvenir booklet. It's fairly ordinary. It's rather large and got a lot of pictures and stuff inside from the tour. Probably printed up exclusively for the Australian tour only, and it's gonna fall again. I think we might just leave it, actually. I mean, there's only a couple of pages in there. Either way, the other items that I would like to show, if I can just get everything straightened up again. we now have what was a limited edition bonus CD that came with the original VHS release of No Bull. We never got this, unfortunately. We couldn't afford to. But this particular release I ended up getting as a bonus with that Ballbreaker tour box that I just showed. So either way, I thought I'd show this. Right, now for my 3 main CD copies of Blip. What we have here is the original release from 2000. Single disc, of course. And here is the disc itself. Okay, also have the Australian Tour edition of this as well, which I have shown off on the channel, but we'll show it again. 2 CD, of course. Bonus disc including the Cyberspace B-side, as well as a few songs from No Bull. So anyway, this of course is the first disc with the album, as it is. And the second disc with the bonus stuff. And last but not least is the more recent reissue of Blip. As you can see, they've actually darkened the cover a little bit. It's not as bright as the original release was for some reason. Anyway, the case on this isn't exactly in the best condition either, and neither is the disc. But here is the disc itself. Alrighty, that is it for today. Apologies for the screw-ups with the iPad. But thank you very much for watching. Be sure to like and leave a comment down below if you're willing to do so. And subscribe to the Be a Good Doga YouTube channel, as there's only maybe a couple more videos left in the series to do. But until next time, this is the Doga saying have a great weekend, everybody, and we shall see you again.